Welcome to Astro Reads with Amazon. I am Amazon, and this is the Mercury Retrograde reading for Earth signs. So, let's just jump into it. I think I'm going to start with Capricorns first. Capricorn, I feel like there's just been a lot of reassessing going on. A lot of kind of diligent, low to the ground, like work going on, like foundation laying, things like that. Let's see. So what do Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? What do Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? I don't know if you've been noticing a lot more angel numbers lately, but if you have been, then it's definitely spirit and your guides and angels contacting you, sending you messages, letting you know that you are supported. Yes. The card that just came out totally just confirmed that. You are supported in the work that you're doing internally and externally. It's not going unnoticed. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm feeling some pressure on my head now. Let's see. One more card. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting. So, the first card that came out was the Wheel of Fortune, which means, the wheel is turning in your favor, especially because you are in control of this wheel and you are allowing it to turn. You are doing the work that requires it to move. So you're clearing out space and, making room for this abundance that's coming to you, especially with Jupiter and Pisces as well. There's a lot of space for creative and spiritual growth. So I feel like this is definitely what the Wheel of Fortune is here saying, that during this Mercury retrograde there is going to be there is going to be benevolence and this abundance coming to you, or you're at least getting, in preparation for this abundance to come in. But then interestingly enough, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse after that. So, there may still be something that you need to tend to. There may be something that's coming back, specifically with your emotions or an emotional situation or circumstance. There might be some things that need to be resolved or reconciled. There may be some more information from this situation or from this relationship that you need to acquire that will help you with your growth and your healing. This could be you kind of still battling with some emotions, and that's definitely normal during retrogrades. Like I said, things come back up to the surface. You're faced with different tests of your faith and patience. So I feel like this is what the Eight of Cups in reverse is saying here too. And then we have Justice here in reverse, which I do find interesting. I feel like, this is either kind of just a sign of if you're not moving with integrity, or if people around you aren't moving with integrity, it's going to show, and it will not work out in your or their favor, depending upon who is moving in this energy. But this could be somebody that has done you wrong, or a situation in which you felt you didn't get what you deserved. I feel like this is coming back up. I feel like that's why the Eight of Cups is here. Like, it could be something in regards to this. It could even be like a legal issue. You know, something needs to be reassessed or reevaluated. Something, or you might be coming to the realization that you weren't being, you know, people weren't doing right by you, or you weren't moving with integrity, or people weren't moving with integrity, or whatever the case may be. And so now that's being revealed as well. And then at the bottom of the deck with the overall energy, we have the Five of Cups. And so I think that even though, you know, like I said, there is this prosperity and abundance that is coming to you, there are still certain things that need to be addressed. There may still be certain things that are that have to unfold, or that you know, there's more to uncover about them, and it might leave you feeling a little defeated. It might leave you feeling you know, a little stagnant, or maybe even I don't want to say hopeless, but just kind of discouraged, right? Because even though you might be, you know, there might have been 3 cups that spilled, you know, that this could be a delay with, again, the abundance coming in, because retrogrades are times for delays as well. Remember that you still have 2 cups. Remember that there is still opportunity present. You have to allow yourself to see that, which can be hard to do. You know, my dog just jumped on the bed. That can be hard to do sometimes. And allow yourself to feel those feelings, of course. And, you know, make sure you're not reacting based off of those feelings, right? That's another thing that happens during retrogrades. Sometimes we can be reactive, or we'll be put in situations where we have the choice to be like reactive, or we have the choice to take a second first and like breathe and then respond, right? So there, like I said, there may be delays. There may be something where you know, there's some more information that you need to get, or there's something that still needs to be done before you can close out whatever it is that needs to finish. And it might not feel the best. It may, you know, be discouraging. It may make you sad. Allow those feelings to come through, but you know, don't be stuck by them. Don't allow them to keep you in a space where, you know, you're just feeling very emotional and it's a little chaotic, and you're not directing that energy anywhere, right? You want to make sure that you're directing it in positive ways, and also being aware of the impact that it can have on others as well. So if you know that you're the type of person that maybe lashes out or gets kind of passive aggressive or whatever, and you're in a situation that triggers you to feel that way, or whatever the case may be, challenge yourself to do the harder thing and not be passive aggressive, and you know, not shut down. Be more communicative. Take a little bit more time to I guess, you know, explain what it is that you need, explain your boundaries, whatever it is that is coming up. And have patience with yourself and whatever the circumstances are, because like I said, retrogrades are that time for delays and mishaps, miscommunications, setbacks, and all that stuff. So just take your time and allow for things to unfold. Alrighty, Capricorns. I know it's hard because, you know, we're hard workers, and we do what we can to stay efficient and to you know, be on top of things, and sometimes that still isn't enough. Sometimes that doesn't matter and it doesn't work out, but that's okay. You know, give yourself grace in these moments, give yourself patience in these moments, and just breathe through it, and you know, it'll work out. Alrighty, so I'll catch you guys later. Okay, Taurus, it's your turn. Let's get into this Mercury Retrograde reading for you all. So, let's see. Taurus. While I was shuffling prior to this, I started feeling a little bit of pressure on my head. So, I don't know if Taurus, you guys have been stressed out about something, or or not even stressed out over it. Your minds are just at work. There's a lot of thinking going on. That's what it feels like. Let's see. Okay. What do Taurus, what do Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? What do Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? Yeah, so far only one card has come out. I think I was saying this in another video, like fixed signs always take a little while to tap into their energy. They're a little bit more reserved, a little bit more private. That's okay. I understand. Okay. Let's see, one more. Okay. Okay, this is a little interesting here. Alright, well, let's get into this. So the first card that came out was the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, this is an energy of when we are kind of stuck in our own, like, emotional bubble, and that is a little bit difficult to see what's happening around us. Part of what's hard to see is also, maybe the silver lining, or the shift in perspective that you need to kind of get you out of dwelling in these emotions so much. So, I think the Four of Cups here is here to remind you, like, yes, your emotions are important as well, and what you're feeling is important, but do not get stuck there, right? And in getting stuck there, also be weary of not being able to receive and identify when someone else is, trying to communicate with you, or being vulnerable with you, or actually trying to help. Taurus, you can be a little stubborn and want to be in your feelings and kind of like just, let me be mad, and there is nothing wrong with that. But then sometimes, again, you get stuck there, and people are on the receiving end of that. So be aware of how you are holding on to things. Are you holding on to things for too long? Are you holding grudges? Are you holding on to old versions of yourself and of other people? Be aware of, those moments when you're doing those things, because that does make communication difficult. That does make it hard for you to be received as well. So, take that time to understand that yes, your emotions are valid and they are important, but it's equally as important to actually express them, so that you're not holding on and clinging on to them, and then making, which makes it harder for you to feel safe and feel good to express yourself for real. Okay, because right after that we have the Three of Swords in reverse, and this is great. This is coming out of a heartbreak. This is coming out of this, kind of sad, melancholy energy that you might have been holding on to, right? It's the pain that you might have been holding on to, and it's, it's not going to last forever. You are able to come up out of this, and you have the power to do so. That is entirely up to you. And again, this doesn't mean to ignore what you're feeling or to suppress or swallow what you're feeling. This means to allow yourself to feel those things and allow yourself to express those things so you can release them in a healthy way, and allow them to actualize, so you're not holding it in your body, so you're not holding it in your speech and in the ways that you interact with people, right? Because then we have the Chariot right here, and this is Cancer's card, so you might have Cancer placements. You might be around someone with strong Cancer placements, but this is really just moving forward and growing, especially emotionally, especially with family, right? Because Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, so about family, things like that. Maybe getting together with your family more will definitely help with understanding maybe why you hold on to certain things a certain way, and also just again connecting back with what is safe and what is familiar to you, so that you can practice that vulnerability, right? But this is a great card because this is about forward motion and growth, and especially in regards to emotions and how you want to not only love yourself, but love your family, love your community, and things like that. Yeah, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and you might be feeling like things are kind of like sticking for you right now, like it's not like moving, things are just kind of like at a halt, and it could be because of these things that you're still kind of holding on to, these emotions that you might be holding on to. It's time for something to end. It's time for those habits to end. It's time for those mentalities to end, right? With death here. You might also have Scorpio placements. You might be dealing with a Scorpio or be around people with strong Scorpio placements, as this is Scorpio's card. But yeah, it's okay for things to end. It's okay for change to come through, right? This is probably why the Wheel of Fortune, and I feel pressure in my chest, like it scares you. It scares you. Change is scary, and I totally understand that, because what about what you've set up for yourself already? You have everything that you need right now. Like, why jeopardize it, right? Or this is what you're used to, this is what feels safe, this is what is familiar. Why jeopardize that, right? This is here to challenge you to embrace change a little bit better and be more vulnerable about how that change is making you feel, right? Because if you don't, then you kind of get in your own way, and it makes it hard for the change that you actually do want to come through, because you are also blocking it at the same time, right? Yeah, I know it's scary. I still feel pressure in my chest. I know it might not feel good. I know it may hurt to have to move on in certain ways, leave people behind, leave things behind, because especially material things, because Taurus, you are very much about stability, and everything that you own has a meaning. So I know it might be hard to get rid of certain things, but try clearing out your spaces that way and see how you feel. See how you feel emotionally, right? And consider, what energies you're holding on to, and what energies you need to release. All right, Taurus. Be patient with yourself. Embrace the change that's coming towards you, and just breathe through it. Have compassion for yourself, and allow your feelings to come through, and be honest. Okay? And it's going to get easier. Alrighty, Taurus. So do that, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Alright, Virgos. It's your turn for your read for Mercury Retrograde. Okay. So being that you are also a mercurial sign and a mutable sign, I'm sure that, you've been feeling this kind of chaotic mental stimulation energy a lot, especially because Virgo, you're a thinker already, a thinker, a planner, an organizer, right? So I'm sure your mind has been going all over the place with what needs to be done next, putting things in order, things like that. Yeah, I feel it. I feel like exhaustion. I heard someone take like a sigh, like I heard that. Okay. Actually, let me shuffle one more time. I want to make sure we get the proper messages here. Alrighty. I feel like a massage would do some of you guys good, Virgos, especially if you have like tension in your neck and your shoulders. As I felt like a little pinching in my neck. Like I already have tension in my own neck and shoulders, but I felt like extra pinching in my neck. So if you've been like extra tight, if you haven't been moving your body, I'll say that, move your body, but definitely if you can get a massage, do that. A deep tissue massage. Okay. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. What do they need to be aware of during this Mercury retrograde? Okay. Let's see. What else wants to come out? I feel like you guys have been like stressed, maybe getting headaches. I'm feeling kind of pressure like around my eyes and like in here. So if you've been getting headaches, drink some water. Okay. You might be dehydrated. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty, Virgos. So let's start. So we have the Queen of Wands with the first card to come out, and Queen of Wands energy is really great. This is about being passionate, being creative, really moving and doing things that stoke that fire in your spirit. This is also a symbol of sexual energy, so you might be feeling very, I guess sexy, right? Like you might, just be feeling yourself a lot and maybe wanting companionship or something from somebody else, but this feels more so like a you thing, like you just feeling like, good about the things that you want to pursue, feeling good about your passions and your creativity and things like that, those things that are important to you. But we do have the Tower here right after that. This is Aries and Scorpio energy, so you might have Scorpio in your chart, or you might be around strong Aries or Scorpio placements. So this is again more fire energy, being that this represents Mars as well. So again, there's something that has to happen that you might have been avoiding or kind of just hoping wouldn't happen. You might have been trying to do a bunch of things to maybe stop this from happening, but it has to happen, right? There's not really much choice left where, you've probably had opportunities before to do whatever you needed to do here, but it it didn't happen, so now it has to happen because there's no other choice. And I will just say not to be afraid, right? Don't get into a place where now you want to try and control all these aspects or plan for every possible thing. You can't do that. Excuse me. And it might be making you nervous. You might be even having like digestive problems. Virgo rules the intestines. So, make sure you be aware of stressing yourself out too much to the point where maybe you can't use the bathroom, or it's hard to eat now because you're so stressed, right? The tower has to fall. So if you've been stressing yourself out about this thing, you have to let that stress go, let go of that control, and do what you need to do as things unfold, right? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse. So, you might be feeling a little impatient. You might be feeling, you might be putting these time constraints on yourself right now. Or you might even be comparing yourself to other people and saying that you're not doing enough, or you might feel like you're not doing enough. But, Earth takes time, right? Use this retrograde to take stock of what you've done so far, right? Take stock of the work that you've done, how you've grown so far to get you to this point. And reflect on those things. Think about, what you've learned thus far and how you can continue to apply those things moving forward. And don't get so caught up in seeing immediate results with things, or don't be so attached to a specific result or specific results for every little detail, because you can't control every little detail. So, have more patience with yourself and the things that you are looking to create, especially during this retrograde period. And yeah, because we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. So, there has to be some changes on your behalf first before this wheel starts turning again. You might be standing in your own way in certain ways, and it's time to move out of your own way, right? And this time is the perfect time to do that. This is the perfect time to do that inner work, to do that digging, to do whatever it is that you need to do to clear your path so you can continue moving forward and growing. Ooh. Because after that, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and you don't want to be in a place where you feel like you're juggling too many things, or you can't handle what it is that you are trying to achieve now because you are putting constraints on yourself, or because you're comparing yourself too much, or because you are trying to control everything, and you end up dropping things fall through the cracks, mismanagement, all of that stuff. All of your worst nightmares, Virgo, could happen, right? So when we're impatient, that's when we make mistakes. So take this time to be patient with yourself, but also release control of the things that you can't control. Release release the need to see specific results exactly the way that you saw them, because things just don't work out that way sometimes, and that's okay, as long as you're moving with the intention and doing the work that you need to do to get you to that goal that you see yourself in. What happens along the way is something to just roll with, and you'll make those decisions as they come, right? Because then we have the King of Wands right after that. So you are going to find this balance with yourself, with moving forward in the things that you want to do, being confident in those things, and then inspiring others to do the same. This could also be a counterpart. This could also be a partner, again, a companion, on the more romantic, sexual side of things. But this could also be just like a partner, like somebody a creative partner that sees your vision and understands what it is that you're trying to do. So you what you want for yourself is going to happen because you know how to make it happen. But you also have to know that a lot of that is waiting. A lot of that is allowing things to unfold. A lot of that is letting go of control of certain things. So take that time with yourself during this Mercury retrograde, Virgo, and really see where you can have more patience for yourself, where you can have more grace for yourself as well, and be honest with yourself about what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you need, and expressing those things, and not just thinking that because you do it for someone else, that someone else will also think to do it for you, or whatever the case may be, right? We still have to speak up. So don't be afraid to speak up, Virgo, and be real with yourself. Okay? I'll catch you guys later.